what a season it's been. Here are my top moments. Don't forget to subscribe to keep getting clips, and thanks for watching.
Where were you shot? Where?
Like, in front of my grandmother's house.
But where on your body?
That's like being in the doctor's office, isn't it?
I got hit a few, most of them in the legs. I got hit in my hand and I got hit in the face. So, like, the fragment portion of it is in my tongue. So it kind of changed the way I speak a little bit. Like,
and you're rapping as well.
Yeah.
What is it still in your tongue?
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's great for oral sex.
Is it?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, I didn't hear that. Good to know.
Make sure you keep that bit in the show.
Yeah. Let me just make a note of that. Yeah. You've written the songs that are really hard to sing, and they're big anthems, all of them. And so, can you ever tour an album?
Yeah, you just do it. You do it down. Actually, Adele gave me a top tip. She was like, "Yeah, whenever you can't hit the high note, you're like la la la."
So, Brooklyn put this picture up on Instagram, and he put on it, rocking the old school Ralph Lauren. And look at that, he's got 317,000 likes, OK? Yeah. So that, you know, cool in his Ralph Lauren. And you scroll through the comments, you know, oh, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, I want to blah, blah, blah. You get down to this one. And Mr. David Beckham, that's my jumper.
It only happens on this programme, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I can feel it.
This is him. It's a little video he posted on Instagram to really boast about the number of his followers. Here we go.
So it's my mum's birthday today. Okay, I just reached 1 million followers. I've got 52.
His face, he is crushed.
I have trouble remembering lyrics just in general. I remember jams, I remember the tunes.
Right.
But do you remember the one that you did that goes like, it's just you singing and piano, and I was like,
You know what would make your kids really jealous?
What's that?
Is if you just posed with a lightsaber with Finn.
That would actually make them very jealous.
Do it, do it. Oh. You've gone off.
David Beckham!
You've gone off, you've gone off.
You have met your match.
Oh.
I just wanted to meet you, mate.
When Benedict became famous, one of the first things that happened was this is so random, that his fans decided that he looked very like an otter. Are you aware of this?
I'm sorry?
This is an opportunity for myself and Johnny to channel our inner otter. This is a nice 3-shot. If you lean in, I'll lean in.
Yeah, exactly.
OK, I'll lean in.
Oh, to me?
Yes, you're in the middle. You're in the middle.
Wait, what's the face on the other?
OK. But wasn't there a moment when you kind of knew the Voldemort look was working when you were on set? And you met her?
Yeah, I passed by the script supervisor, had a little boy who was on set.
His son, maybe?
Her son, I think,
okay.
for 5 years old. Anyway, I passed by this little child. I just looked at this boy. He just burst into tears.
Oh. Isn't that amazing? That is genius. Very good. That is genius.
I've always wanted to do something. But it's just, there's something, I don't know, there's something about it that makes me want to kind of do this.
Don't kick the bear!
Think I'm a cute otter?
But the putting the fork under the table,
Yeah.
explain that to them.
Well, it's this idea of that they'll put like a fork under the table to see if anybody notices it. All these little things.
But they don't drop the fork.
No, they'll place it under the so you don't notice it, and then see if you. To see if they'll notice. Oh, there's a missing fork. Where is it?
Wow. But don't try that at Nando's. I imagine. Now we've all.
What is Nando's? I don't even
It's
know.
like a chicken burger.
No, you'd love it though. He would like it. Yeah.
What is it?
It's like chicken. A lot of chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken place?
Chicken done several ways.
I like that. That could be on their poster
right?
now. Sienna Miller, it's like chicken. So, welcome back. You've never been on the show. You know the famous quiz episode when the girls lose the apartment?
Yes, I remember
in
that
the quiz.
episode,
Okay.
yes.
So, what the guys wanted you to do was see if you could remember the answers to the Chandler questions in the quiz. If you can't, Gemma Arterton's right on it. Do you remember this episode? No. Miriam, no hope. So, only don't shout out till Matthew can't get it, but feel free to shout out if you can then get it.
The pressure is on.
Okay, here we go. According to Chandler, what phenomenon scares the bejesus out of him?
Oh, that's Michael Flatley, Lord of the Dance.
You are correct. Yes, well done. Okay.
Countless elevator rides. I'll be in the elevator, and a mother and child will get on, and the mother will say, "It's Woody!" And I'm standing there, "It's Woody!" And the kid's going, and then the mother tries to explain, no, the voice is recorded. And the actor who is the voice, this is the actor, the kids just don't get it at all. They say, "Where's the vest? Where's the cowboy hat? You're not very tall." And so I say, "All right, close your eyes." And they go, "What?" She says, "Just close your eyes." And the kid goes, and then I said, "We got to get back to Andy's room right away, guys." And then they go,
What is the name of Chandler's father's all-male burlesque?
I actually know that too. That's Viva Las Vegas.
But was it Django Unchained you had to ride a horse? Are you a natural horseman?
I think I'm more naturally a horse than a horseman. but
Hello. Okay. Every week, the TV guide comes to Chandler and Joey's apartment. What name appears on the address label?
Mrs. Chandler Bong.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
"Wilson!" They yell a lot of Wilson.
You and Kelly were kind of looking for love.
Yep, and then we noticed Justin Bieber was sitting 2 rows behind us. And we thought, you know what, Valentine's Day is coming up, we're both single, let's just make a play for him. Like, at first we thought it would be funny, but then it actually worked. And we sent Justin a note through our bodyguard.
I think we've got the note.
Oh, really?
So, dear Justin, my name is Kelly Osbourne, and my name is Rebel Wilson. We think you should take our sexy hot asses out after the show. Nothing weird.
Yeah. And then we sent it to him.
Did he do that?
He ticked yes. As you can see from Exhibit A, it is ticked 7 times, yes?
Yes.
We hung out all night.
Oh, did you? Here we are.
Because I think most girls meet Justin and be like, ah, and be a bit pathetic. But, like, I meet him and just was like, hey, what's up? I had a really good game. Yeah, I was quite proud of myself.
He still looks quite nervous.
Well, no. That was just because I was holding his balls.
The night I won my... Oh, I don't want to talk about that night. I had a whole meltdown.
Okay.
That sounds riveting. It was a series of things. It was like a birth control confusion, so I was like hormonal. I fell on my face. I forgot to thank the director. So I was just like, what does it all mean? Nothing! I came home crying, and then my friend was like, ordered the wrong pizza. It wasn't thin crust, it was thick crust. I was just like...
You created the blue streak.
Right.
So how do you do it?
It's a 6-part process. That starts really, first of all, with the thought, the inception of it, and secondly, it's starting to feel it in the lower part of your body, and then allowing it to come up, and then really pushing through from the diaphragm up through the throat, and then out through the nose, without thinking at all. You just have to clear your mind. That's probably the biggest thing.
And is it a pout or is it a jaw?
It's a combination of it's really it's not even the result, like what you're doing with your face, it's what you're thinking.
Okay.
Which is just like Okay, take it already.
You know what it is. Kevin, do your kids, do they aspire to be a performer like you?
Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble. My kids are just like me. They're cut. It's scary. It's so scary. Now, my son is a little slower. My daughter is just like me. I can't. It's my son. I catch my son doing some of the stupidest stuff. Son, why you licking that wall? Lick the wall, boy. I'm just playing. No, you're not playing licking the wall, son.
Daisy, you get to use your lovely English voice.
I do.
Throughout.
I do.
John, not so much.
No. Have an American accent in it.
Do it. He's so good.
No, it's incredible. Your accent is so good.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I tried it in the British, but it didn't work out. I'm a stormtrooper. I'm an air saviour. Didn't work out.
Did you do it on stage?
Yes. And JJ was just like, John, I don't think it's right. It's not right. So let's go with American.
But what if you hadn't been able to do American?
Then I would have been pissed.
You would have been fired. You did the voiceovers for some of the trailers. You did
I did.
The voiceover guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that stuff. I do it at home all the time. Drives my wife nuts. It's the, you know, it's that voice that in a world divided by fear, one man must stand alone. Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Toby Jones, in Graham Norton's pants rated R.
That's my ringtone. Benedict Cumberbatch, wherever you go, you have very ardent fans.
You said I do.
Oh, yeah.
I said I do.
Yeah, you do.
By the medium of a gin and tonic, I said I do, yes.
And somebody saw Benedict on location in Boston, and we've got a picture of you on set that day. And so she saw Benedict and immediately rushed home and went on to Reddit. And she goes, I saw Boston Batch, because that's your name in Boston.
Yes, it's an adaptable surname.
Yes, I saw Boston Batch this morning. Bury me in a Y-shaped coffin, for I am deaded. So she writes, bitches, he is fine. He was wearing the blue hat, a dark blue polo shirt, the grey pants and the white shoes. He's taller than I thought. I suspected he was about 5'11", want to be 6 footer, but no, he's definitely 6 foot tall. And ripped. Like, really much more muscly than I was expecting. Those arms, that ass. And the arm veins were in full effect, popping. There was not an ounce of fat on that man. It's all muscle, sinew, and wholesome goodness. And the hat looks better in real life, too. But the
What was wrong with the hat?
No, the last paragraph is there where you just kind of think, whoa. I couldn't smell him. I really tried. He was so close that had he been wearing cologne, I think I would have been able to tell. Just the lightest cumber musk in the Boston sunshine. Are you getting it, Robin?
Cumber musk.
Usually, I was growing my mustache out for Anchorman 2 and coaching on the sideline, and the opposing coach was like, "You look familiar," and I go, "Yeah." And, are you that actor? I'm like, I think so. And, he said, "Is that mustache real?" I said, "Yes. Why would I be wearing a fake mustache at a kid's soccer game?"
It's happened.
Honey, hold on. I got to put my fake mustache on so that I'm unrecognizable.
No, but I feel, though, Colin, sometimes you...
I feel too, Graham.
You fight your own beauty. You fight your beauty, and you often use the medium of hair to fight your own beauty.
I've had some of the worst hairdos in film.
You really have?
Yeah, no, genuine. Like, if Empire Magazine did top 10 worst hairdos in film, I'm definitely 3 of those.
But, sometimes they're intentional. Like, Horrible Bosses is intentional, and that's...
Oh, yeah. That wasn't one of the 3 I was talking about.
But a movie I love, Home at the End of the World.
Oh, thanks.
It's just such a good movie, and you're so good in it. However, that's had to be hampered, I feel.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Wow.
I mean, that's a testament to what a mess I was at the time that I actually stood in front of a camera with that on my head.
I believe I've gone to dinner with her.
Do you know that thing where some people make a list of famous people that they're allowed to have sex with if they meet them?
Oh, The free pass. The free
pass, right?
Yeah.
She called it an allowance. And I was like, what, like pocket money? How are you going to spend me? And so I met her and her fella, and then she came up and said, afterwards, she went, so you're my allowance? And I was like, I beg your, excuse me? And she went, you know, he's cool with it, and you're my thing. And I was like,
He's not cool with it, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, that's a whole other story. Yeah. And I was really sort of like taken aback by it, and I was like, I'm married, but thank you very much, it's very, very nice of you. And then she said this thing that was like, it was meant as a compliment, and she was trying to get me to do stuff, but it was still really backhanded. And she went, because, you know, a lot of girls would be after somebody like Channing Tatum.
But in Jane Eyre, you had a horse. No, you had a very bad behaved horse on Jane
Prince.
Eyre.
Yeah.
Prince was the horse.
Yeah.
So what would happen?
Well, he used to get quite aroused whenever I got in his back. So, yeah, he did, yeah.
I could understand that.
Miriam, now you didn't. I'm guessing you don't sugarcoat things. Do you get starstruck when you meet people?
I do sometimes. I remember when I was young, I met Laurence Olivier.
Wow.
That was. I used to collect autographs at the stage door, you know, and he came out, and I remember so distinctly that I started to cream in my knickers. I could feel it. I could actually. I went all funny. It's true. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Wherever we thought that story was going. That isn't it.
I honestly don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable in my life. I think that's the worst moment of my life.
Oh, dear.
It can only get better. So.
Well, that's a lovely story, Miriam. Thank you for sharing. I think that's in the compilation. That's great.
Honestly, I saw this guy.
He just turns to me and he goes, Jonah, Jonah, Babona, Banana, Fana, Fofona, me.